Hello students, welcome back to maths class. In this video, we will see the solutions from question number 1 to question number 6 of exercise 3.2 for class 6th mathematics. So this exercise that we have to see is completely based on the topic of prime number and composite number. So prime numbers are the numbers which have only two factors, which is the first factor is 1 and the second one the number itself. So their examples are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and 17 are more and so on. And in the composite number, the numbers are having more than two factors. So the numbers, whatever the numbers is there, that numbers are known as composite number. Its video I already uploaded on the YouTube. That link I will share in the description box. So now let's start the exercise. The first question is, what is the sum of any two odd numbers and even number? So whenever we are doing the sum of any two odd numbers and even number, so their result is coming in which manner? Simply we can take any two odd number. Simply when we are adding 3 plus 7, what we are getting? 10. They are simply example. 3 is an example of odd number. 7 is an example of odd number. And we are adding them, so we get 10. We have lots of odd numbers. If we are adding 13 plus 5, we have 18. They both are odd number. We can take much more example. If we are taking 51 plus 7, they both are odd number, okay, and their sum is 58. You can simply see we had been taken the odd numbers and their sum is coming in the form of even numbers. Their sum is coming in the form of even number, so their answer is an even number. Whenever we are adding any two odd number, their sum is became an even number. Its second part is, whenever we are adding any two even numbers, simply 2 plus 4, 6. We can take another example as 12 plus 8, 20. Or we can take 20 plus 30 is 50. So we have been taken 2, 4, 12, 8, 20, 30. These are the examples of even number. And when we are adding two even numbers, their sum is giving us an even number in the answer. So its answer is also an even number. Okay. So here we completed the first question. Whenever we add any two odd numbers or even number, their sum is became even number. Second question of this exercise is, state whether the following statements are true or false. Simply this statement we have that we have to answer as in the form of true or false. Simply we will take first one is the sum of three odd number is even. Any three odd number we can take. So here I am taking 3 plus 5 plus 7. These three numbers are odd number. This sentence is telling us when we add three odd numbers, then answer is even. Let's check it. 3 plus 5. 3 plus 5 is 8 and 8 plus 7 is 15. And 15 is an odd number, not an even number. So in the first condition, first example that we have taken, for that our statement is became false. Okay, statement became directly false for the first condition. So it is not necessary to take second condition. Okay, the sum of two odd numbers and one even number is even. Now it's time to take two odd number. Simply we can take any two odd number. 3 and 5 both are odd, and one even number. And it's in same this we have to take one even number. So any even number we can take 4, 2, 6, 8, 10, anything. And when we are adding these two odd and one even number, their result should be even according to the sentence. So let's check it. 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 4, 12. Result is 12. Yes, result is even. So we can say, yes, this statement is true. Now C is, the product of three odd number is odd. Product of three odd number is odd. So we can take any three odd number. Here we taken 3, 5, 7. Same we can take here. 3 into 5 into 7. 3 into 5, 15. And 15 into 7 is 105. 105, which is an odd number. In the first example, our condition is became true. So we can write here, yes, the sentence is absolutely true. D, if an even number is divided by 2. If an even number is divided by 2, so any even number we can take. So this 2, we have taken 20. This 20 can be divided by 2. Yes, in how many times we can divide 20 by 2? In 10 times. The quotient is always odd. The quotient is always odd. So this time our quotient became even. This time quotient became even. But quotient is telling us, sentence is telling us the quotient became odd. Directly we have contradiction. Our answer is even, but quotient is telling us odd. It is not necessary it will become always even. It is not always necessary that quotient of any number who is divisible by 2 is always even. It can become even or odd, anything you can simply take. See, when I am dividing 42 by 2, what we have? 21 in the quotient, which is an odd number. So, we can't say whenever even number is dividing by 2. Here 20 and 42 both are even number. And when we are dividing 20 and 42 by 2, one time we have quotient as a even, and in the next example we have quotient as a odd number. So simply one thing, that the answer is quotient is always odd, that is also false. And when we are telling the quotient is even, that is also false, because we have even or odd quotient of this kind of things. Quotient can become even or odd, anything. That's why this sentence is absolutely false. E is, all prime numbers are odd. No. The first prime number, which is 2, is a even number. Prime numbers do not have any factor. False. Prime numbers have 2 factors. Okay? Prime numbers are containing 2 factors. First factor is 1 and second factor is that number itself. Second is, the sum of 2 prime number is always even. So any 2 prime number we can take. 2 plus 3 is 5, which is odd. Or we can take 3 plus 5, which is both 3 and 5 both are prime numbers, but their sum is 8. This time it became even. For the first condition it became odd. For the second condition it became even. So we can't take that always even or always odd. It can become even or odd, both. That's why this statement is completely false statement. 2 is the only even prime number. 2 is the only even prime number, yes, because other prime numbers are odd. So this statement is completely true. Then I, all even numbers are composite number. All even numbers are composite number. No, 2 is a prime number. 2 is a prime number, that's why this statement is false. 2 is not a composite number, 2 is a prime number. J, the product of 2 even number is always even. So this statement is absolutely true whenever we will take any 2 even number like 4 and 6. So 4 6 are 24. These 2 are even, answer is also even. 2 into 10, answer is 20. 6 into 8, answer is 48. So whenever we are multiplying any two even number, their answer is yes, even. So this statement is true. So here we completed the second question of exercise 3.2. Question number 3 is, the numbers 13 and 31 are prime number. Both these numbers have same digit 1 and 3. Simply, question is given as 13 and 31. They have 1 and 3 in these two. Find such pairs of prime numbers up to 100. Up to 100 we have to find this kind of manner who is containing same digits, like this containing 3 and 1. So you can simply take, if I am taking 1 to 9 any number. So in between 1 to 9 we have 4 prime numbers, which is 2, 3, 5 and 7. So we can't take from 1 to 9. 1 to 9 we can't take because they have only one digit, but we needed 2-digit number. Now, if we are taking 17 and 17 opposite is 71, just simply shuffling the values, 71. These two both are prime numbers, yes. So our answer, first value is, first pair became 17 and 71. Next pair, you can simply take, if I am writing here 29. 29 is a prime number, but 92 is a composite number. So we can't take, we needed both number as a prime number. Here 29 is a prime number, but 92 is a composite number. If I am writing here 31 and 13 is already over. If I am taking here 41. So 41 is a prime number, but 14 is a composite number. Okay, this kind of manner we have to take. Simply 51 is looking like prime number, but not a prime number, it is a composite number. And 15 is also a composite number. Same, we have to simply see. We have to simply see our result, our condition. Simply we have to take the values when we are shuffling their digits. On that time both have to be a prime number. 37 and 73. Yes, both are prime numbers. So the next pair is 37 and 73, which is giving the pair of prime numbers who is containing 3 and 7 in between them. Then if continuously we are moving, so we have the next number as a 79 and 97. 79 is a prime number, 97 is a prime number. So the next pair is 79 and 93. Now we have been reached till 97, sorry, here we have 97. We have been reached till 97. So after 3 steps we have 100. So only these 3 pairs we have, which is containing the same values as the same pair. Now question number 4 is, write down separately the prime and composite numbers less than 20. Simply we can write here prime numbers and composite number. So the numbers that we have to write here, that is less than 20. So 20 will not include in the answer. So here we have to begin with 2, because 1 is neither a prime number nor a composite number. So we will begin with 2, and 2 is a prime number, so it will go in the prime number section. 3 is also a prime number. 4 is a composite number because it has more than 2 factors. 5 is a prime number. 6 is a composite number. 7 is a prime number. 8 is a composite number, 9 is a composite number, 10 is a composite number, 11 is a prime, 12 is a composite, 13 is a prime number, same, 2 factors is there, for the 2 factors prime number, and more than 2 factor composite number, 14 composite number, 15 composite number, 16 composite number, 17 prime number, 18 composite number, and 19 is a prime number. So we have to choose still less than 20, so only this much set will be there. So prime numbers which are less than 20 are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. And composite numbers which are less than 20 are 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 and 18. Now the question number 5 is, what is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10? So prime numbers between 1 and 10 are these 4, only these 4, 2, 3, 5 and 7. So you can simply see which is the greatest in these 4. So answer is 7. You can simply see 7 is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10. Question number 6. Express the following as the sum of 2 odd primes. We have a number. This number we have to express as the sum of 2 odd primes. It means we have to write 44 as the sum of 2 odd primes. So in this box we have to put odd prime numbers only. So we can put 41 or 3. We can put 37 or 7. Anything we can put, because 37 and 7 can make 44. 41 and 3 can make 44. And these 4 numbers all are odd primes. We can put any number, we can put or we can put 31 and 13. 31 and 13 both are odd primes. But you can simply see, we have to check, is it the odd primes? Yes. Can we put 33 and 11? No, 33 is a composite number, 11 is a prime number, 33 is a composite number. So whatever the number we are choosing, that number must be a prime number or odd prime numbers. So we can choose, we can express 44 in the form of 41 plus 3 or 37 plus 7 or 31 plus 13, etc. So many manners is there. So that we can write in the proper manner as you can simply see 41 plus 3 make 44, 37 and 7 also making 44, 31 and 13 are making 44, 39 plus 5 are making 44. So these kind of lots of manner we have when we add 2 odd primes and we have a number. So that's why I am putting here etc. Now the B part, in the A part we have seen 4 manner. Now it is not necessary to always see 4 manner. We can write 36 as in the form of 2 odd primes as 19 plus 17. These both are prime numbers, odd primes and making 36. So etc. manners we have, but we have chosen out of them only 1, 19 and 17. For 24 we can choose, we can make 24 by adding which numbers? 17 and 7 we have 24. And not only one manner we have lots of manner. That's why I am putting here etc. 18 can be made in the form 11 or 7 or 15 plus 3. So here 15 plus 3, because we have chosen 11 or 7 manner we have chosen lots of time in the previous one. So I am writing here 15 and 3. 15 plus 3 is 18. But not only one manner we have lots of manner. That we seen in the first part. We have seen lots of manner. But we have to do. But question is asking only one manner. on only one manner, that is representing the sum of two odd primes. So in the last three we seen, but in the first, that is in the 44, we seen lots of manners. So here we completed question number 6. Remaining questions from 7 to 12 we will see in the next video. I hope that you understood this video.